Welcome, travelers, young and old, from near and far. Join me as we continue the tale of Finwe and Doris and his new life here in Morrowind. When we last left Finwe, he had returned to the Seat of House Redoran, upon when he realized a number of small tasks that he had left unattended during his recent trip to the east. Fortunately, the most pressing of these for House Redoran is a local job, and one that therefore should take very little time to resolve. But Finwe is already looking ahead beyond these steps on the path ahead, as he envisions his conversation with Caius' Ashlander contact. For if Finwe has learned anything over the last couple of days, it is that if he wants to truly come to understand this land and its people, he must learn about all of them, and not just those settled folk of the great houses. And with that, everyone, welcome back to the Tale of Finwe and Doris, with me, Dr. Morrowind, and our true companion, Jacob Julan. So, yes, as we got back here, I realized, oh, that's right, there's the woman with the guar who gave us the Hackalo leaves last time, and, I didn't actually help her out. I did not. I think there's someone up there, but we have more pressing things. I didn't help her because I recalled that we had killed those bandits. I am going to kill these next sounds, though. We killed those bandits, and so, I just didn't feel that it was pressing to go take care of that. But then we ended up just fucking around in the east for way too long. Oh, there's an Ashlander up there. Is there? Alright, we'll go talk to this person real fast. Hey, some broken landscape. We haven't seen that shit in a while. Oh, Morrowind. It's been a minute. I took a couple of days off from this just to recharge myself. A dreamer? Is this a dreamer camp? So close to, what's it called? To House Redoran? Damn you! Yes! Kill the dreamers! Expunge this taint upon the land. Well, this was added by a mod, because I know there were no dreamer camps like this in the base game. So that's kind of cool. Alright, I wandered away from the path I should be on, which is here. Thank God for this mini-map. Oh, Jacob, hit me with that good magicka, my good friend. Yes. Yes, attributes. Awesome. And then we shall fly. Let us fly. I'm so glad that he has levitate. I know I've said it before, but Jesus Christ, like, whenever you have follower AI, and they can't fly, and they can't teleport behind you, and they can't fucking water walk. Like, where was it? Right, I was mentioning last time, 100 Years Boar basically saved a slave in his playthrough and brought the poor man all the way to Ebonheart on foot. And at one point, I think they were swimming, and Slaughterfish ended up killing the person he was trying to save because the Argonian couldn't water walk. And little tiny shit like that. Little tiny shit like that is why you really have to appreciate Jacob's follower AI. Oh, yes, this pleasant path. You'll remember this from a number of chapters ago, just wandering through here. We got a little bit of Finway's backstory because he's waxing philosophical about his past exploits in Tamriel. This time, though, walking through, I feel as though, well, I think he feels a little bit more disconnected from that in that it's... Before, there was a lot of sadness because he was reflecting on his time with his clan and times that he thought were forever gone. And they clearly aren't now because he's done many duties for the Redoran. This is his second time back here for them. And I think that emptiness in his heart is starting to be filled a little bit. His duties to the temple, his work with House Redoran. It's all the work that one man needs at the end of the day to keep him happy and busy. It even makes doing the work for Caius that much easier to do because in some ways Caius's work has led him to discovering these places. Very indirectly, of course, but still. I don't think Finway's anywhere close to forgiving Caius, though, for being a high-ranking member of the Blades. Yes, my apologies, Druleen Faline. Yes, trouble with bandits, eh? Well, I guess I use some more hackalo. Right, because I already killed them. I'm glad to hear that the bandits won't be, troubling us again. Indeed, they won't be. They will not be. Here you are, Finwe and Doris. Just ask if you ever need anything again. I will. So here's what we're going to do. Jacob, we're going to go ahead and teleport back. We're going to teleport back, and then I think we're going to go talk to the Ashlander contact real fast. No, it would be more honorable to go report in to the Redoran, and then we'll go ahead and take care of that. Because we don't need to immediately ask for more duties. I know that's something that's typical in playthroughs. Like, you'll go through, right? And you go to the quest giver, and then you turn in a quest, and you're like, you got anything else for me? But I feel like at the end of the day, Finwe would be like, all right, well, I've got a couple of small matters to attend to, fellow member of House Redoran. But I will be back to check in later. Right, because we're a lawman. Our next rank up will be kinsman. Like, we will be a full member of the house. But I don't feel like we have earned that yet. I feel like we need to work with one of the counselors before we try and make a move to become a member of the house. Really, the only person who knows our worth directly is
stay as long as you like,
the media.
It would be
and I think we did something with Sarithri. I can't remember. Anyway, Nemedia. Is Drulin Phelan still having trouble with bandits? No, I've taken care of that. Good work, Finwe and Doris. I have more duties for you. One of the counselors has been threatened. Indeed, I was just saying that. That sounds pressing, so scratch that, Jacob. Ashlander after this. First duties. Sergio, which I'm pretty sure means like Ser or Sir. You know, like think Game of Thrones. Like titles of nobility. I think that's what Sergio means in this. I also know it sounds like Sergio, but in one of the expansions, there's actually some voice acting. It says Sergio. It might have just been an accent. Anyway, Sergio Arin Sarithri, a counselor of House Redoran, believes his life is in danger. He is in Sarithri Manor under Scar. I need someone to guard Athrin Sarithri. I will do this thing. Quickly, go to Sarithri Manor. From here it is your second door. Blah, blah. I know where it is. Stay there until Sarithri gives you other orders or until more guards arrive. Understood, ma'am. We are a lawman in House Redoran, and we will protect the counselor of one of the counselors of our house. If I recall, he's one of the younger counselors and one of the more like open-minded, if I'm recalling correctly, the rumors that we've clearly heard around town, Jacob. There are some dead men here. Let us prepare for more folks to show up that want to die. Redoran Guard. It would be dishonorable to take their effects, wouldn't it? My apologies. That's right. I can't drink beer when shooting a Let's Play because of the carbonation.
Hello.
Hello, Aritharin Saritharin. I have to make... Anyway. Yes, don't blink at me. Damn it. You're here to guard me? Thank the tribunal. The assassins have already taken my guards. I fear there will be more. Stay alert, High Elf. You will suffer greatly. Looks like they're already here. Oh, fuck, it's Morong Tong. Man, we are definitely going to be on bad terms with the Tong after this.
Maybe she's right.
Morong Tong. Wow. Full set of Morong Tong shit, and it's definitely better than ours. Morong Tong pauldrons. I have no problem wearing this shit around. If the Morong Tong wants to cause a problem with it, then we'll beat the piss out of them, just like we bit, or their assassins, just like we did with these guys. All right, this is armor rating 14, 17. Awesome. Boots. Wait. Morong Tong boots are 17. Dark Brotherhood boots are 29. Nah. Okay. And I don't really think we need that Morong Tong helmet. It doesn't really sell for much. Cool. And you, Arson Salis? Morong Tong, pauldron, helm, etc. Okay. What do you have to say about this, Jacob? Hey, this is going to sound like a really weird question, but we don't have time for this right now. I'll talk to you about being in love here in a minute. That was a weird question, Jacob. To ask as you stand upon the bodies of the fallen.
I don't know.
My fucking god, guy.
Maybe she's right.
Hello.
All right, Athrin. Thank you, Finwe and Doris. I am in your debt. I will do what I can to return the favor. Tell Nemedia that I am safe. I will do this thing. Nemedia. I have known her for many years, since her childhood. She expressed her intention of joining House Redoran after an extended stay in Alderun. I knew her father when he was stationed with the Hawkmoth garrison in Ebonheart. He is a respectful, principled man, and his daughter's character is worthy of him. Nemedia was one of the first Outlanders I sponsored in the house, and she has been a fine addition to our ranks. So you sponsor Outlanders in the house, do you? Well, that, my good Sarithri, is excellent to know. Counselor, I bid you good day. In the name of the tribunal, of course. All good days are only given at the grace of the tribunal. What do you... Oh, all right, Jacob. Now that we're out of the death house, what do you mean being in love? Have I ever been in love? Sorry, that's really personal, isn't it? And I mean, you don't have to give me details. I'm just trying to figure something out. Maybe you know more about it than me. That is personal, too personal. We're going to say yes just to try and get him to open up a bit more. Has Finwe ever really been in love? He doesn't know. Like, they moved around too much. And love in Clan and Doris was a really weird concept. There was so much tied up around duty and honor and just everything was... It wasn't really conducive to a more broader the general understanding of love in the Empire, the Western understanding. It doesn't really align that well. Anyway, I have been in love. Why? Okay, so when you were in love, how did you know that you were? How could you tell it was different from, say, friendship or sex or sexy friendship? It's more than that. You'll know it when you feel it. We're continuing to be vague. I just want him to tell me what he's talking about. Yes, that's what I thought. I always had this idea that love would feel different somehow. That it was more than being friends with someone or finding them attractive. A deep spiritual connection that was unique and life-changing. Aha! You're a helpless fucking romantic, aren't you, Jacob? I am not. I just think that if I was in love, I should be able to tell, because it would feel completely different to anything I'd ever felt before. That sounds like Jacob, you're building anything that is love up to be a failure, because you're not actually dealing with the unique experience of being with the individual person. You're creating this broader, large sense of what love needs to be or should be. Like, that's not good. Everyone, I have a suspicion the game is about to crash. Okay, now we're back. That restore function is really quite useful. All right, Jacob, we're gonna just mash through that again real fast. Yes, I've been in love. You know it when you feel it. You're a romantic. I am not. I just think that if I was in love, I should be able to tell, because it'd be right. And then I was telling you that, Jacob, you're a child. It would mean I had an unbreakable bond with someone, not just with their body or their mind, but with their soul, too. That's what being a romantic is, my good sir. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant I was flirting with you. No. And for the record, don't. Business, Jacob. Also, Finwe has explored that mentally, how he feels about, between, all the different genders in Tamriel, but Jacob, just not attracted to men. Sorry, my good Jacob Julian, so for the record, don't flirt with me. I wasn't. I'm not into men, and it would make things awkward. I was not flirting with... Oh, would you stop laughing, please? I get it. You were making fun of me. No, really, you can stop now. I hate you. It's not making fun of you. Just wanted to keep things, clear. Giving it the appropriate amount of seriousness and setting boundaries for good friendship maintenance. Indeed. That is what it is, Julian Jacob. Jacob Julian. Well, after that set of interesting conversations, real fast also. Do you have anything new to say about your ex-girlfriend? No. No, I don't want to hear the whole thing again. Fuck me. No, I do not. Hello, Namida. I heard there was an attack. Is Atherin Sarithri safe? Yes, and I also heard he was your sponsor, so no wonder you were so worried about him. I trust Counselor Sarithri is safe. He and my father were close friends, and the Sarithri family has been through enough recently. Guard duties pay in drakes, Finwe and Doris. It's not much, but perhaps you can put it to good use. Well, you know, I'm sure I can.
Do you need something,
thank you.
Outlander?
Thank you. I have some other things to do, but I shall return to see if there are any other duties I can assist with, of course. Of course. Well, good, though. We're now free of our duties to,
I'm so hungry. I could eat a rat.
to, you know, anything in House Redoran at the moment. We have some things to turn in Vivek, but first the Ashlander. And then maybe we'll talk to Sarithri. Strike while the iron's hot. Although I don't know if we want to go back in immediately and see if he'd be willing to, you know, work with us in the house. Because then maybe he'd perceive that as we're trying to take advantage of him during, you know, take advantage of the situation, which could ultimately just really undermine what we're trying to do. So, yes, I think we will wait a minute. We're not going to try and seem too eager. Not trying to seem too eager. Now, if I really wanted to, like, do successful role-playing, what I would do is actually see whether Finwe would think that way or not, based upon his speechcraft skill, and does he know, you know, basically to act that way. I don't think his speechcraft skill would be that high. But I'm sorry, I'm telling the tale, so we're using my speechcraft. Anyhow, let's not talk to that ugly guy. Let's talk to Hansor Zain Subani. Jacob, I should have grabbed you some Orangtong pauldrons. I'm not going back into Sarithri Manor, though, so you're just going to have to fucking deal.
You may speak.
You may speak. Okay. Yes. You are an odd-looking man. Hello, Hasur Zain Subani. I'm Hasur Zain Subani. May you bless and be blessed. I do not wish to be rude, but if you have business, speak it, for I am at leisure and would prefer to be alone with my thoughts. Business. I see. You wish to learn of Ashlanders from me. And what is it you would wish to learn? What are their gift-giving customs? Because Caius gave us 100 gold to get him a gift. A curious question. A gift is a sign of courtesy among strangers and affection among friends. Among strangers, a thoughtful gift is a sign that you are cautious and considerate and aware of the other's wants and needs. Such is particularly useful for traders and travelers. Among friends, it is a private thing and subtle, with great risks, for the test of the gift is how well it is tailored to the receiver. Courtesy? Ashlanders may challenge a stranger who enters a yurt without invitation. Customs differ with different tribes, but leave when requested and you may be forgiven. Be particularly careful about Ashkans, tribal chiefs, and wise women, tribal seers and counselors. Some are welcoming, some are hostile. Be courteous and leave if requested. If offended, they may attack. A thoughtful gift? I understand. You wish to give me a suitable gift, but you do not know me well enough to choose such a gift, or you cannot find or afford a gift you know to be suitable for me. Well, let us take your earnest thought and effort as a token of your gift. You have behaved courteously, and I am inclined to help you. What would you wish to know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine Cult? Heinzor, my good sir, you are very courteous indeed. Thank you. Well, I would first like to know about the Ashlanders so I can know more about the Dunmer people, you know, more broadly, rather than just the settled people. Tell me about Ashlanders. There's too much to tell. Here, take these notes. I've written here what you should know about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine Cult. But most of all, if you are visiting the camp, there are things you should know about courtesy and challenges among the Ashlanders. And since you know about the Nerevarine Cult, perhaps you would be interested in my views on Ashlanders and foreigners, because a guiding passion of the Nerevarine Cult is their hatred of foreigners. Well, first, I would like to know about the Nerevarine Cult, but tell me about challenges first, please. When challenged for sport, it is acceptable to decline. When challenged for honor, it is shameful to decline. Honor challenges come from some offense given in speech or action, or may represent customary formal challenges of status or ritual. Indeed. Okay, very good. Tell me about the Nerevarine Cult, and then we'll ask about the Ashlanders and foreigners. So, what tell me the inside information about the Nerevarine Cult. They worship the great Ashkan. That is the first. Now that I think about it, this might be one of the only references of Nerevar in terms of a Ashkan. They call him, leader of the Dunmer, uniters of the tribes and the houses, but I've never heard him called Great Ashkan. That is an interesting title. They worship the Great Ashkan and Hortator, Nerevar Moon and Star, who in ages past destroyed the evil godless dwarves and banished the treacherous Dagoth and his foul host beneath Red Mountain. The cult is of small importance in Ashlander worship. Excellent topic opening. Thank you. And only among the Urshalaku do its followers have any influence. Other Ashlander tribes share the sentiments of the cult, but regard the Nerevarine prophecies with suspicion and skepticism. Well, I will want to know about that. Let's talk about, okay, so that's good to know. So they basically worship Nerevar in their general ancestor worship. It doesn't really say anything about what the prophecies do. Anyway, tell me about Ashlander worship. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the ancestor cult of their clan, just like Clan Endoris. Holy shit, we seem to share more in common than Clan Endoris did with the settled people. I mean, there was structure like with the settled people, but it also sounds like, honestly, the organization of the Ashlander tribes is far more in line with the organization of Clan Endoris. Very interesting. All right, the Nerevarine cult is different, though. It is a very small cult, and only a few wise women with the gift of prophecy and a few holy warrior heroes who guard and protect the seers. Sul Matul, Ashkan of the Urshalaku, is the warrior poet of the cult, and Nabani Mesa, also of the Urshalaku, is the oracle seer of the cult. So basically, the Urshalaku are the center of this operation. We've seen conversation topics for the Nerevarine in the other two Ashlander camps we visited, but sounds like we missed the main one for at least the Nerevarine cult. Tell me about Ashlanders and foreigners, and then I would like to ask you about the Urshalaku, and then I think we're going to take this information to Caius and then beat feet back to fucking Vivek to report our success to House Redoran. And then we'll probably also take a quick pop on over to Molag Mar to start taking some duties from them. Okay. All Ashlanders in a tribe, young and small, are born into the Ashland ancestor cult of their clan. The Nerevarine cult is... Oh, right. Sorry. I just read all this. Totally zoned out. Right. Ashlanders and foreigners. Most Ashlanders wish all foreigners and their fake gods could be driven from Morrowind. At the very least, Ashlanders wish the foreign devils would leave them in peace. Ashlanders think it is shameful to attack unarmed persons, but they will kill without hesitation an armed person who offends them or their clan laws. No Ashlander is fool enough to make war against the Empire. However, if such a war may be won, many Ashlanders might cheerfully give their lives to win such a war. And then finally, the Urshalaku. The Urshalaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash in the northwest of Vvardenfell. So they're the ones that basically probably would come most into Redoran jurisdiction. So we should actually meet with these folks to understand this other powerful group of Dunmer that we're probably going to come into contact with as Redoran. Sul Matul's their chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. The Urshalaku camp moves with the herds, but usually lies close to the Sea of Ghosts. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure he marked it on my map just now. Yes, perfect. All right, journal entry. He gave me some notes. These notes will satisfy the spy master, but Zansubani asked me... Okay, so... I'm going to go ahead and take Hasur's notes back to Caius. Maybe it's notes from is what I'm looking for. Song of the Alchemist. I already read that. Notes from Hulahay. Note. Damn. Directions, hospitality papers. Writ of execution. Zain Sabani's notes. Okay. I think We know most of this, except for the introduction. Yeah, okay, here's the introduction. Ashlanders. The Ashlanders are the direct descendants of the Aldmeri peoples who followed the prophet Veloth into the lands we now call Morrowind. The Ashlanders retain the modest nomadic life and simple ancestor worship of their forebears, and despite the soft lives and decadent worships of the settled Great House Dunmer cultures, the wastes are harsh and unforgiving, and we are a hard people. But there is a beauty and honor in our simple lives, and the snobs of the temple and great houses are fools to dismiss us as crude savages. Real quick, we are an Altmer, a high elf. Aldmer are the protogenitors of all elves that apparently the high elves are the closest in appearance to. Although if you have played Morrowind, if you have played Oblivion, Mankar Kamorian is suspected to have turned himself into an Aldmer. Yes. Anyway, Jacob, since we're in a tavern, no, we're not drinking. You become just absolutely fucking insufferable. We're leaving. That is a nice robe, Shashev. If you were looking for Shashev, you have found me. I hope that you're not sent by Rannis to try and convince me to join the Mages Guild. What are you doing here? I thought you were in a cave somewhere. Anyway, let's hit him with some magic. Because maybe this could be useful to us. All right. Charming touch. Then we'll hit him with a glamour. And then we'll fortify. Oh, we should have fortified our personality first. Where is it? Charisma. We'll do this, and then we'll hit him with glamour again. Glamour. All right. We got him up to 90. Hot damn. I am Shashev. I hope this interruption will be brief as I have my research to attend to. Research? Did Eldwina Elbert send you? If she is concerned about my progress, tell her I will not rush my work at the expense of accuracy. Okay. What about join the Mages Guild? You're wasting your breath with me. I've told Eldwina and that Rannis in Balmora that I have no intention of sacrificing my independence. Damn you. Oh, fuck you. Whatever. All right, Jacob, let's get back to Caius. And then we're going to go ahead and continue to head south towards Vivek and Molag Mar. But I suspect we'll be back sooner rather than later. Checking in at Molag Mar is just kind of like a formality. We're going to start doing its work, but we're going to come back here versus rushing through all those temple quests. Very good. Okay. To Balmora, please, my good sir.
We make a special trip.
God damn you. You are one creepy little son of... I hate whenever I teleport right in front of them and then they just stare at me. Anyway. Oh, what to do with you, Jacob. Just... I'll have him wait outside. I'll have him wait outside Caius's house and, you know, basically act as security like last time. I'm sure he's getting tired of it, but at this point I don't really give a shit. Ooh, while we're in town... we're going to go ahead and train up our intelligence with what the fuck's his name, that ugly Altmer. And I think he also does something that could train up our agility and maybe even our personality. We'll take a look. But that's after we check in with Caius. We don't really need to level up our speed anymore. So I can buy speed-based things from Caius, but they're not really necessary anymore. Jacob, wait here. Together. Wait right here. Don't fuck around. Don't let anyone in. Hello, Caius, you shirtless fuck. We're here to discuss your orders. Yep, orders. Thanks for your report. But keep Zain Sabani's notes on the Ashlanders. You'll need them. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshalaku camp to speak with Sulmatul and Nabani Mesa. But before you go, I think it may be time to tell you what's going on. No fucking way. Are you actually going to be something other than a piece of shit? Tell me. The Emperor and his advisors think that you have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies. No, I don't, Caius. No, I don't. Because that's fucking heresy. So, I will eventually maybe go talk to the Urshalaku. But actually, I don't know about that. We're curious, but fuck you. We're not gonna appear to be a heretic, and we don't want to be the Nerevarine. So, we're gonna tell him that we're doing it, but inside, Finway's like, Nope, I am not a heretic. I don't want to offend the tribunal. All right, anyway, here's what he says. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me, so you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. That's... Caius, you shouldn't have told me this because you've rapidly probably accelerated the time to your own demise. Because I will kill all of the blades before betraying the temple. Here, this is a decoded copy of the package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later, it should explain everything. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesized Nerevarine? At first, I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive imposter, but now I don't know what to think. What do you mean you don't know what to think? So you actually think I'm the Nerevarine? I actually kind of like this idea of you're just trying to make a fake Nerevarine, because that means we can kind of kick our heels through the process and actively sabotage it, which we're going to. Like, we're basically going to be going to... We'll probably actually go to Nabani Mesa a little bit sooner than expected, just so we can be like, do me a favor, tell me I'm not the Nerevarine so we can just wipe all this away. Oh, god damn you, Caius. We're going to have to think about... We're not going straight to her, because we got to have a good strategy in mind. Anyway. He says, I'm sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands. So, Zain Sabani says Sulmatul and Nabani Mesa are at the Ursulaku camp, are at the head of the Nerevarine Cult, so I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story, have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the Nerevarine Cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you've spoken to them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for expenses, and essential supplies are up at Fort Moonmoth for you. Okay, I'm going to read this. We're not doing it. Before you go to the Ursulaku camp, see Samatius Vunas and Carilius Botanion at Fort Moonmoth. I've asked them to put aside some potions and scrolls for you, courtesy of the Emperor. In particular, you'll want the cure potions. I've heard blight is very bad up north. And use the Divine Intervention scroll if you find you're in over your head. It will get you to an Imperial Cult shrine where you can heal, refit, and try again. I mean, that would be important if we were just bum rushing through the main quest, but... We'll be fine, Caius.
You seem like very good company.
Well, we'll be probably doing that, but we're gonna go do some work for the temple first. Anyway, what kind of training do you offer, you bastard? You offer some good hand-to-hand. I may do that later. I want to get good hand-to-hand that way I can punch people down. All right, Jacob, we need to continue on to the south. You, Jacob, is so angry he can hardly speak. You faithless, traitorous Nyanwa. Traitorous Nyanwa, you scum, you liar. I thought I could trust you, and now you have betrayed me in the worst way possible. What are you talking about? I knew something wasn't right about that Cosades man, so I used our telepathy rings to listen in on your conversation. Jacob, that was not good. I've talked to you much about justice in Clan Endorus. You spied on me. How dare you? I guess you have a death wish. What? You accuse me of spying? You're the spy, Finwe Endorus. I know that now. You're an Imperial spy. Of all the people, I never thought you would be a spy for my most hated enemies, and that's not even the worst of it. Well, what's the worst of it then? You're trying to pass yourself off as the all-caps Nerevarine. You, an Outlander. How dare you mock me like that? And not just me, my people, my religion, and my entire culture. This is supposed to be secret. Shut the fuck up. No, I will not stop yelling. You're about to go see the Ursulaku and attempt to con them into accepting you as the fulfillment of the prophecies. That's the most offensive and ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'm not trying to con them. They're going to test me. I'm not trying to let this little idiot walk away and then start fucking blabbering to everyone in the nearest tavern. How can I possibly believe anything you say anymore? I can't believe you could do this to me. I didn't do shit to you. It's always about you, isn't it? You? How you feel? What? Stop changing the subject. You lied to... I never lied. Gods, you must have been laughing at me all along. How could you lie to me about something so important? Because I knew you'd act like a shithead? Like this? Are you saying that I'm overreacting? You betrayed me and I will never forgive you. If you feel that way, then maybe you should fuck off. Oh no, you're not getting rid of me that easily. Do you really think I'm going to sit back and let you try and mislead my people? What exactly are you going to do? Your people fucking hate you and kicked you the fuck out of your tribe. Like, you're about as legitimate as me. Go on, twist the knife. Yes, I'm an outcast, and probably no one would listen to a word I said. But I have to try something. I can't let you do this. You'll have to kill me first. Listen, I'm not going to kill you, and I guess I can't stop you from following me around like you have been. And you are a good pack mule. But I'm going to do what I need to do. We'll see about that. You may have betrayed me, but I won't let you betray the whole of Morrowind to the Empire. I think we have successfully managed to navigate that to where this little idiot's not going to go run around. And I don't want to kill you. We've had some good conversations. This is where, in Dave's playthrough, Julian didn't make it any farther for being a dumbass. But I want to keep...
What hole did you crawl out of?
Oh my god, he really hates me. You're not getting rid of me, but that doesn't mean I have to speak to you. Will you magic me? Will he actually still do this? He's not in the mood to help me. But he'll still do it. Okay. Well, walk around pissy for all I care. Although we're going to go do this soon. That way I don't have to deal with this shit. But we're going to the temple first. I need to pray. I need to pray and fortify my faith. We're going to go to Vivek. We're going to go ahead and pray at the High Thane. Turn in this quest to the Redoran. Maybe get one more from them, and then we're going to Molag Mar. Yes, we are, Jacob. Because goddamn, we need some time to pray on this matter. Some time to pray and meditate and seek the wisdom of Alm Savi. So, Lil Selvil Selraloth, take me to Vivek. Okay. Well, before we go in... While we're out here, let's just lean against the wall and read this decoded package before we go pray for guidance. Vivek, come on, for fuck's sake. Directions to Caius's decoded package. Okay. Spy Master Caius Casades, Knight Errant of the Imperial Order of Blades, Director of Imperial Intelligence in Vvardenfell, District, Eastern Provinces. I have the honor to acquaint you with His Majesty's wishes concerning Finwe and Doris, an individual of no rank or consequence. Finwe and Doris has been released from prison by His Majesty's authority and sent to you with this missive. Finwe and Doris is to be entered as a novice in the Imperial Order of the Blades, and is to serve under your absolute authority as you see fit, except insofar as His Majesty's particular wishes are concerned. His Majesty's particular wishes are as follows. 1. Drink the rest of that beer. 2. A local superstition holds that an orphan and an outcast... An orphan and an outcast? An orphan and an outcast. Okay. 1. A youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents... Okay, good. I mean, I can see why the Emperor would pick us. It's not saying that that we don't have this appearance, or that the Emperor didn't do their digging, but with things like this, I feel like, or Finwe feels like, if you have the ability to reject your destiny, you can say no. Anyway, youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents shall unite all the tribes of the Dunmer, drive out the invaders of Morrowind, and shall re-establish the ancient laws and customs of the Dark Elven nation. This orphan and outcast is called in legend the Nerevarine, and is supposed to be a reincarnation of the long-dead Dunmer General and First Counselor, Lord Endoral Nerevar. Finwe Endoris has the appearance of meeting the conditions of this local superstition. Therefore, it is His Majesty's desire that Finwe Endoris shall, insofar as is possible... Listen, we're out of prison, so our first goal right now is to not meet these conditions without Caius realizing we've sabotaged our own mission. And I'm sure Jacob would love if we did that. Anyway, insofar as it is possible, satisfy the conditions of this ancient prophecy and shall become the Nerevarine. Though this prophecy is indeed only an ancient local superstition, His Majesty has taken counsel on this matter with his most expert informants and confidants, and His Majesty is persuaded that the prophecy is genuine and significant, either in its entirety or in its several parts, and he earnestly demands you treat this matter with the utmost seriousness. Again, Finwe never denied that... Well, that's interesting, actually. Finwe was never too against the idea that the prophecy could be real. It's just everyone claiming it. He's like, you're a false Nerevarine. But the temple denies, that these prophecies are genuine. But Finwe knows the power and majesty of the Empire. And this is kind of like a mind fuck to realize that the Emperor truly believes that the prophecy is genuine. Maybe not that he is the Nerevarine. He doesn't want to believe that. He's not going to believe it. But it seems now much more likely that the actual prophecy itself may be genuine. And it's not eating at him yet, but that's going to come back to start really gnawing at Finwe. Certain aspects of this ancient superstition are described at the end of this document, and further material will be forthcoming by courier at the earliest occasion. It will, of course, be necessary you acquaint yourself better with the details of this ancient superstition from your local sources. Since this matter is intimately concerns Finwe Endoris, it is expected that you will employ Finwe Endoris to gather information on this subject. His Majesty has taken a great personal interest in the legends and prophecies of the Nerevarine and eagerly awaits your reports. I have the honor to be, sir, your most humble and obedient servant, Galbrio Brennaninus, personal secretary to the Emperor. Whew, there's a lot to digest there. Well, Jacob, regardless of what happens, I think we're more inclined to agree with you that the prophecies are genuine now. Just that neither of us are the Nerevarine. You're more likely to be the Nerevarine probably than me. You don't know your father either. And your mother adopted you. Oh, man, I can see why she picked you. Anyway, to the temple. I need some time to pray. I do. Oh, that's right. Can't do that. Can't do that. Gotta go ahead and divine intervention because Civine at the dock will just take me to the dock. Gotta go to Evanhart and then Civi. And there we go. Jacob, you can stay here or not. We're going inside to pray for a number of hours. We're gonna meditate on this. We're gonna meditate on this for 9 hours. And as Finwe meditates on this, he has concluded that once he accepts some work from the temple in Molagmar, he will then go and present himself to these Ashlanders. 1, because he wants to know more about the Ashlanders. 2, he wants to go ahead and disprove that he is the Nerevarine. 3, he wants to learn more about the Nerevarine Cult. That way he can go ahead and possibly use this information to the benefit of the temple. Because, well, he likes several things he's been hearing about the Nerevarine, such as uniting the Dunmer. He does not like that, it involves casting down what they're calling the false gods, given how much Finwe believes that the tribunal really does help the people. It just makes the Ashlanders seem only concerned with their own well-being and not the well-being of Morrowind overall and the threat that is represented by Red Mountain. And as Finwe was reflecting on that, he's feeling guilty about not doing more for Redoran and the temple, reflecting on the thing that really makes Redoran and the temple so unique compared to, the Ashlanders or even the other great houses is their concern with the people for Morrowind. Anyway, we've come back to the treasury. I don't know if this is where I need to be. I think it's one of the manors. Is it Saren Manor? Or is it this manor? I think it's this one. Dralor. Dralor Manor? Do you give me duties? You should speak to the lady of the man in Falor Dralor. Really? Well, this doesn't seem to be the place I need to be, but we were instructed to find the lady of the house. We're not going to open that door. It's none of our business. We should speak with the lady of the house. She has some Dralor family business that needs assisting with. Very good, very good. We're looking for her. She must be upstairs.
I suppose we can talk.
And we are a lawman. Like, at this point, it makes sense for us to be wandering around. Like, just checking in, seeing if, higher-ups in the house need help.
I'm listening.
Falala Dralor. Hello there, Finwe and Doris. I was wondering who was discreet and dependable to help me with some Dralor family business, and here you are. How fortuitous. A scandal threatens to stain the honor of the Dralor clan and House Redoran, unless you can help me return a maiden's token. Please. Of course, Mr. Dralor. There's a Telvanni threatening to cause a scandal for the Dralor family and House Redoran. I need someone to competent and discreet to retrieve a stolen maiden's token from her. Can I count on you, Finwe and Doris? Of course you can, ma'am. Thank you. The story is as follows. The outcast Telvanni sorceress Varona Nellis is blackmailing my son, Anar Dralor, the Ordinator Knight Commander at Ghostgate. Varona Nellis has an embroidered glove that was given to Anar as a token of affection by a noble lady of another house. It would cause a scandal to the Dralor family and House Redoran if it was known they were lovers. Where is this Telvanni? Unfortunately, we do not know, but we know someone who might. Anudian Valenius is the Telvanni enchanter at the Telvanni compound. Varona Nellis stole Anarius's lady friend Ramilla and ran off with her. It's all scandalous behavior, even for an Imperial like him. Adonia has every reason to help us find Varona with the proper urging. Go and talk to him. I'm sure he will demand something in return, but please do it if it is not dishonorable. We need to find Varona Nellis, and soon. We will do this thing. I'm glad we checked in with you, although this is obstructing our desire to go to Molag Mar. Because the final thing I didn't mention yet is Finwe is fairly committed on praying on the matter further and doing some works for the temple to ensure he's in the proper space to go talk to these Ashlanders, that his faith is resolute.
I suppose we can talk.
Our name is Saren.
What do you want?
You are not from the Morongtong, are you? My husband's not here. Just leave him alone. I thought you were the one that gave me orders. Where's the one that gives me orders? Is it here? In this part of Saren Manor?
Hello.
Where's Saren? I greet you, lawman. Have you come seeking the advice of the patriarch of the Saren clan? No, I'm looking for the fucking person who gives out work in this place, because I'm fairly certain I have duties to report. I thought it was in the treasury or Dralor Manor. I didn't see the person in the treasury, but that's the only place we haven't really explored that thoroughly. Oh my god, she was hiding behind the Ordinator.
Hello, Ferraro
Retharen. Good, you're here. I need to speak with you about the murder of Saprinus and Nintius, lawman. Okay. We've been informed that a Redoran Dunmer named Medel and Darnarius was murdered by an Imperial Knight recently, but his slayers managed to escape the Ordinators. Another task that needs to be immediately completed. You guys are lucky that we just showed up. We're proving ourselves to be a very competent lawman, I feel. All right. Oh, god damn it. What was that journal topic? Because it went away now. A Dunmer, Imperial Knight. Fuck. Slander. Yes, I took care of that. Maril Lando has withdrawn his slanderous statements. Please accept this shield, a holy shield. Alright, if I talk to her now, will it come back up? No. Foreign Quarter, Guerrilla Rethrin. My trade, Rothris Nelerin, Entius. There we go. He's an Imperial Knight and the murderer of Mendel Indaris. A fellow Redoran in the Foreign Quarter. The Ordinators are seeking to bring him to justice, but we Redoran should be the ones to do that. My sources say the Imperial Legion is trying to get him to the mainland where he will be tried with Imperial justice. This cannot happen. The crime took place here, and he must be subject to Morrowind justice. I believe he's still hiding somewhere in Vivek City, and we must find him before he escapes. What must I do? Go talk to Dralosa Sarithri here in the Redoran compound. She served as in the Imperial Legion before she joined House Redoran and may know this murderer. Perhaps she can help us find him before the Ordinators do. She is often found on the outside of the canton. Now hurry before he escapes. Very well. Very well. We're going to head outside, and then we also need to go to the Telvanni. That's the Lalu. Redoran, Arena, Telvanni. We need to go to the other side. Hello, there you are, Sethri.
Something, Outlander?
I need to talk to you about this knight, Saprinus Antinius. I knew him when we were in the Imperial Legion, a powerful knight, but he always had a bad temper. I heard that he murdered a fellow Redoran, Medel Indaris, in the Foreign Quarter recently and was wanted by the Ordinators and House Redoran both. Let me think. He couldn't swim when I knew him. The guild guides wouldn't transport him, and the Ordinators are watching all the normal land and sea routes. All right, so he can't swim. He can't use guild guides to get out. He also sounds like he can't magic himself out without a scroll or an amulet, and he hasn't walked out, so he's still in the city. So where do you think he is? If he's in Vivek, he'll be in the arena. The Ordinators will be all over the Foreign Quarter, and the arena is the only other place he could blend in. He always liked to watch the fights and had a number of friends among the gladiators. Check there, Finwe and Doris, but be careful. He is a strong and dangerous Imperial Knight. You might consider having the Ordinators take care of him if you do find him before they do. Wrong. Wrong. Absolutely not. We are a proud goddamn member of House Redoran, and we are not going to let the Ordinators do this. I mean, we are a proud member of the Temple. And if it wasn't House Redoran, we'd probably say just let the Ordinators handle it. But this is house business in addition to temple business. We can't just let this, be solved by the temple, or otherwise people will think that House Redoran has no independent power, which lessens the power of course, both House Redoran, but also the temple, if we seem to just be puppets. We don't have independent action. All right, let's talk to people in the arena pit. Although I bet his friends would be down below.
I'm listening.
Varen.
Go ahead.
I don't believe I've seen a high elf looking so awesome. I know, I look fucking sick, don't I? Do you know Sapredius? You don't trust me enough. Well, ma'am, we can take care of that. So let's go ahead and... 10 seconds only, eh? Alright, let's make ourselves awesome. Let's make you like us a random amount between... 5 and 25, and then let's make you like us 10 points extra. And now you probably like us enough to go ahead and do this, right? Right? You know about Saprenius. I heard someone in the Legion was hiding in one of the storerooms on the canal level. Didn't hear that from me, though. Of course not. Let's go, Jacob. I think this little bit of combat will be a great way to round everything out. How did Finwe end up here? He was getting ready to go ahead and just go on a series of holy missions. And now he's finding himself heading into the basement of the arena. The basement of the arena to go ahead and confront this member of the Legion. How strange. How very strange and tragic. Maybe, what is Finwe wondering? Maybe he's wondering whether... his involvement with the Blades at all is causing Alm Civi to turn their gaze from him. What else could possibly explain The fact that he was on such a glorious and grand pathway. He was quickly rising in the ranks of the temple. And now look what's happening to him. It's clear that this is not something that Almseby would want for him. And I don't doubt that he's ready to get back on the path. Okay. We're in the storage room. Die! Die, rats! Die, rats! Everyone, this is going to be in the next episode. I don't know how Finway's going to handle finding the Morongtong's on the other side of this door. We have the ability to get in, and there's no way Finway's not going to check it out. So, I'm going to have a think on how that's going to go down. But until then, let's check out these other doors. Locked. You, my good sir.
I haven't got all day, you know.
You're the murderer. Well, a high elf. What do you want, high elf? Saprenius. I'm not him. But who are you? Are you in the Imperial Legion? I've done a terrible thing. I know. Surrender yourself to Morrowind justice. I've killed a Dunmer, since you must know. You think Morrowind will give me a fair trial? Ha! No, the Legion will help me escape and take me to Cyrodiil to stand trial there. Nothing is going to stand in my way. Certainly not you. It is not wise to back a murderer into a corner. At this point, you really think I care about adding your blood to my hands? Ha-ha! Jacob, here's your chance to get some of that vengeance against the Empire I have a feeling you've been craving. Accidentally knocked Jacob down, but whatever. Come on, Jacob. I'll let you land the finishing blow. There you go. Do you feel better? No. Are those Templar boots? Wow. He was a little bit high ranked in the in the Legion. He has Templar stuff. Wow. I'm taking your bracers, man. Those are some nice bracers. Those are okay boots, too, but I don't need them. Well, it is done. It is done. We've slain the murderer in the name of House Redoran and ostensibly the temple. And I think in the dank, dark regions below the arena here in Vivec City, the holy city of Vivec, we will leave Finwe and Doris and his very angry companion, Jacob Julan. So thank you all for joining me for this most recent chapter of the Tale of Finwe and Doris. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like the video. And if you subscribe to the channel, the only thing you'll be notified of is when the next chapter in this tale comes out. But again, thank you all for stopping by, and until next time, stay safe out there, everyone.